We just started recording.
Yeah.
Would you like to be part of the intro?
Welcome to Much Ado About Nothing. Or wait.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, you nailed it, dude. Do it. Say it again.
What are we talking? Welcome to Much Ado About Nothing.
Vegan.
No. They
Where we,
should do it.
where we talk about a lot, and we talk about nothing.
Nice.
I'm Luke.
I'm Vegan. This is Tim.
This is Tim.
And yeah, just like Freddie Dou's career, I forget what the comparison is, but it's not very good. What? Oh, that's all right. That's just a buddy, isn't it?
It's a water.
Sparkling water.
Yeah.
Tim, how are you?
I'm good. Just got home.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to watch any of the Champions League matches
Because you just got
I was
home.
working.
Yeah.
There's only one that matters.
Yes,
They all matter in the grand scheme
9.
of things. I mean, you guys were down 2-0 to Atalanta,
That is true.
so then you
We were.
managed to scrap 3 points off of a side that's 6th in Serie A. So,
He's been salty ever since we won.
I mean,
As a Liverpool fan.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Liverpool pan.
I was pulling for the English club for a little bit because you
It was
guys were
really
down
weird.
2-0.
It was really weird. He was like
I wasn't.
almost rooting for United.
I like a good underdog, and it looked like y'all were underdogs for the first half. And then there's the English factor. But yeah, no. As soon as y'all started like showing some promise, I was like, no, I'm switching back to Atalanta.
Oh, he did.
But I mean, you found yourself in the odd spot
I have.
of like
It's very.
pulling for
It's
uncomfortable.
very weird.
It's uncomfortable.
It's miserable.
I hate it.
Yeah, I do not like it. I didn't like it when you were rooting for us.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
something felt off.
Yeah, well, it was.
Off and awful.
Tim, any comments?
No comments.
No comment
Okay,
from Tim.
okay.
From Tim.
No Tim.
No Tim from comments.
No comments.
Well, let's get straight into it. We are gonna do.
Our Champions League special.
It's a little bit of Champions League special
Yeah,
action.
first little Champions special.
Yeah, so you know the
Special.
match week 3 just finished. As of like what 20
minutes ago, give or
something like
take,
that. And we
A lot of goals
figured
today.
we just like kind of round up the first 3 weeks of action, look forward to the next 3 weeks of action, maybe throw in a couple predictions here and there, and yeah, we'll kind of do this once a round, I guess we'll call it. Like, just finish 3 weeks, catch us doing more Champions League stuff
Once the
after
group stage is
the
in,
group stage is
yeah.
done, and then after the round of 16, round of 8, so on and so forth. So
Yeah,
that's
we'll just go over the fixtures real. I've got it up here. Right?
Okay, so yeah.
So the first round, we have our match day 1 of 6 in the Champions League. We had Sevilla and Salzburg tie 1-1. Sevilla with a red card.
I don't think we need to go through all the.
That's fair.
results.
Yeah, I think
we could just like maybe look at the
Go to the
standings, and
standings.
then
Okay.
we could like scroll
Let's go
through
through the
the
groups. Yeah.
scroll through the games and see which ones were like.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, this was amazing.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Group A, we have PSG, Man City, Brugge, which is how you say it in Flemish, but
They're Belgian.
to the rest of the world, Bruges. And then RB Leipzig. So we have PSG top the group with 7 points. Man City are in second with 6 points.
Who did they lose to?
City?
They lost to PSG. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Brugge are 1-1-1 with 4 points.
1-1-1.
Leipzig have underperformed in terms of they should be where Brugge are in the group. They are on 0 points. They have a goal difference of -5. They've lost all 3 games. So Leipzig are in a tough spot. They lost again.
I mean, that's a tough group, anyways.
Very tough group. They lost yesterday to PSG. PSG, I think, was 3-2.
What? Yeah, it was either 3-2 or 2-1.
Yeah, so the Messi, it was 3-2.
Yeah.
Messi had a brace and was on a hat trick, and very unselfishly
Give
gave
it to Mbappe.
Penalty
There was another
to
penalty to
Mbappe
Mbappe, and he just
to
skied
miss.
it. Just
to
skied it.
miss.
He
Apparently
must have thought he was on Sky Sports.
Tim, any comment?
Oh, I'm just laughing over here.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Sweet,
input,
thanks
Tim.
But so the reason apparently that Messi gave Mbappe that penalty is because Mbappe, he was returning the favor to Mbappe. Mbappe had given Messi his first penalty.
Yep.
Messi
penalty.
Which he
And then Messi penalty.
Messi penalty because
but
of Messi giving penalty.
Messi with a cheeky little Panenka.
It was nice.
Thoughts on PSG as a whole?
They've won 2, drawn 1. PSG, they look unconvincing.
They do. I think that goes for in Ligue 1 as well.
I agree.
I have no idea what the Ligue 1 standings are.
They are in first place.
They are probably not by
Handedly.
much. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, screw
They
me.
are 9 points ahead of Lens.
9 points.
Lens, Lens.
Wait, they've already played 10 matches? I forget France starts earlier.
France starts early, so they're 10 matches in.
Jeez.
No, they are tearing it up.
Okay,
they have a goal difference of 14.
I don't keep up with the French league.
Me neither.
And so, the little bits I've seen here and there, especially with Messi coming in, you see some headlines pop up every now and again, and I thought they were doing awful.
This segues us into another result of this weekend.
Okay.
Lille have beaten Wolfsburg 3-1.
Yes.
Lille are currently in 11th with 4 games lost and 2 games won and 2 games drawn. Excuse me. They are 4 games won, 4 games lost with 2 drawn.
I think that's what you said.
I don't think so. Minus -2 in the goal difference. They're in 11th, so their form has not been good. However,
but
that doesn't always translate to the Champions League.
Yeah, and they're doing fairly well in the Champions. Let's see.
They are.
What's the other? What's the next group down? We got Group
B.
The group of
The
death.
group of death.
As far as I'm
arguably,
concerned, all 4 teams in this group have won at least one Champions League.
They have.
They have at least one title.
There's pedigree in this group.
Yeah,
a lot of pedigree.
Easily the group of death.
Yeah. I'll let you take it away on this one since it's your idiot club.
At the top of the table in Group B, we've got Liverpool with a perfect 3-0-0 record.
Not without their struggles.
No, it's every
it's been-
single match that we've played so far against Atletico Madrid, Porto, and AC Milan have all just been exciting, fun games. They've
true.
been in their own ways, kind of classic Champions League matches.
games, yeah. Between teams that have a lot of pedigree, which you would expect, right?
Right. Yeah. Our goal difference is 6. We got 11 goals for, 5 against, but
Oh, you guys spanked
we
Porto.
absolutely smacked
Okay.
them.
5-1. I didn't realize that.
The first match of the group was against AC Milan,
Which is a
which
classic.
was just I don't know, it was such a good matchup to sink your teeth into, and just because of the whole 2005 and 2007 Champions League campaigns.
Absolutely.
If you don't know
Now
about
you
it,
know.
Odin. We didn't do a sponsor. Odin's our sponsor. He's on the floor. Don't worry about him. Just go look up Liverpool, AC Milan Champions League. You'll find out why it was such First of all, AC Milan are back in the Champions League.
They are, which
They
has
were
been,
banned for a while, and then they couldn't qualify for a few years just because
They sucked.
they were bad.
Yeah.
But they're back, and
They
they looked so bad that entire game, except for 2 little slip ups that they
Yeah.
just happened to capitalize on. It was just end to end, frantic, insane, crazy. We came out winners. It was awesome.
Yeah, 2 of your 3 Champions League games in
Have
this
just
group
been
have
knocked down,
have
drag out.
been 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just absolutely demolished Porto in the
You
second
did.
match.
Yeah.
I think it was 5-0.
5-1.
5-1. That's right. Yeah. Which I think out of the last 3 times that because we've played Porto quite a bit in Europe since Klopp came in.
They're kind of ever present.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
And somehow we always come up against them. But I think we've put 16 or 17 goals past them in Ship 2. So
Not too bad.
But yeah, so that put us in pretty good stead, and then we came up against Atletico Madrid yesterday.
But you guys had some beef to squash.
We had some
right?
Mike beef to settle, to cook up.
Oh,
And
and Brown
and Brown the beef.
Brown the beef.
Get the-
Perhaps
get the-
almost undercooked,
Almost.
but in the end, just right.
Just right. You might even say it's rare. I don't like that joke. But where was it?
We digress.
Atletico Madrid. They dumped us out of the Champions League last year. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They dumped us out of the Champions League the year before, right on the cusp of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
That was the last match that we played in front of a full crowd. Adrian was in goal. I'm not going to say anything else about Adrian.
I will. You guys lost.
That's not anything about Adrian.
No, I mean
it was probably
Adrian has.
because of
Yeah,
him.
there you go.
Anyways,
So-
so we had beef to settle.
Yeah, and it's been settled.
And that was just after, which we'll get to this later, Liverpool had some beef to settle with Watford.
Oh.
There's a weird sort of symmetry going on here. But anyways, yesterday was also just a,
It was a goal fest, man.
bonkers match.
Yeah. 3-2 with a red card.
Yeah.
Griezmann cleated Firmino in the side of the face.
We were up 2-0 in the 13th minute.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and Atletico come back
then
and
Griezmann.
by like it was like the 38th minute. It was 2-2?
No, it was tied 2-2 at halftime.
Yeah.
Early on in the second half, Griezmann just with a ridiculously high boot.
To beef hair, he
To
had his
beef
eye on
hair.
the ball the entire time. However,
I don't
the
care.
letter of
You
the law.
can't-
Oh no, I don't blame
Yeah,
you.
like
the letter of the law dictates
you're leaning
that.
back, just carelessly putting
Yeah, he's got
your
his foot-
feet all the way up there.
Yeah, he's got his foot raised all the way to head level, and Firmino's
And it
trying
just
to
like
run through with
just
his
like
head.
clobbers him right there, and that's a straight red.
It was.
High boot,
Yeah.
straight red. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
Then who was it?
Saw a penalty. You guys had a penalty.
Yeah, we had a penalty. I was trying to remember who it was who just like completely took out Jota.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
just
such a
clear
blatant penalty that I was watching the game and I despise Liverpool and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's
That's a
nailed on
penalty.
pen.
And then Salah just kept the coolest head in the stadium.
Yeah, he had a
made
good
it,
pen,
made it
man.
3-2. There was
That's how it
some
finished.
drama about whether or not Atletico
yeah.
should have had a penalty.
I think the right call was made.
I think so too. It was initially called as a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
VAR stepped in and it was like,
Come take a
hey, ref, you might want to check this out. There was like the slightest contact, but like to me, the way that
I felt like he
Homeboy
was going down
fell-
already.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't know. I think the right call was made.
I agree. It would have been
Obviously,
really,
I'm
really
biased,
harsh
but he's not.
to
So
yeah, it would have been really harsh to have given that penalty after sitting there going to the VAR screen from the
Yeah.
ref and
Yeah.
having that whole issue. Honestly, like I'm pretty sure the commentators at that point have been like, if he's going to the screen, he's going to call it back.
yeah,
I mean, he did, which I think was the right call.
yeah. So
Anyhow,
we're topping the group.
yeah, Group B, Liverpool
So,
are perfect 3-0.
If we beat Atletico in the next match in a fortnight,
Oh,
for all you kids out there, fortnight.
Ah.
All right, come on. All right,
If they win against Atletico,
we're
that
mathematically
mathematically guarantees them to go through.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
and
They'll
there's
be 4-0.
also some other ways that other results could fall that we, even if we didn't win, that we could still be. Anyways,
Yeah.
simplest
Math.
course of action is just win the next match against Atletico. It's at Anfield. I think we've got to. I mean, Griezmann's out for the next match because he got a red card.
He is, and he had both their goals.
And yeah, he was their most dangerous player.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Oh!
Cleated Firmino zero off, but
Cool. So Group B, that wraps up our
Yep.
recap of Group B. Liverpool are on 9 points. Madrid and Porto have an exact same record, 1-1-1 on 4 points apiece. The only difference being
Goal
Atletico
difference.
has a goal difference of 0. Porto with -3.
And
Milan brings us up in the rear.
Milan's just not.
with 0-3.
looking good.
They
They're-
have not performed.
I think this is good for Milan though in the long run because they're back in the Champions League. They're getting some taste of it. I think they've got a pretty decent squad of young players that could benefit from
Yeah.
this experience.
Yeah.
They are still in the rebuilding,
They are
coming back from like all of the crazy penalty or
Yeah.
I say
They aren't
penalties,
mathematically
not
out
like-
of it either.
No.
They could
No,
win
I mean,
the next
they're-
2 games and make it very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because they still have to play. Well, they have to play us again, and then they have to play Porto
Yeah.
and Atletico.
Yeah,
They got to play everybody.
This round 2 is coming.
Yeah, it could. Milan could still come good, but I don't necessarily think they will.
I agree. Moving on to Group C, we have Ajax, Dortmund, Sporting, and Besiktas. Almost a similar story to Group B.
Yeah.
Ajax are perfect 3-0.
Yeah.
They spanked Dortmund today. Yesterday.
No, that was yesterday.
Yesterday,
4-0.
4-0. Kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dortmund are as a result, 2-1.
Ajax are one of the greatest European sides of all time.
They are. They are.
So,
yeah, it's good to see them.
speaking.
It's good to see them topping their group and going 3-0 out the first half of the group stage games.
Yeah.
I like that. Especially since Sporting and especially Dortmund are very competitive.
They are.
Besiktas,
I mean, Dortmund have only lost once, and that was yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, it was the scoreline. When I saw the scoreline, I was pretty surprised.
I agree. I feel like maybe the scoreline doesn't flatter.
Yeah, I thought.
Or it does flatter Ajax, but
Yeah.
perhaps it doesn't tell the whole tale. Of the
It's
game.
not that I was surprised that Dortmund lost necessarily. I'm just kind of surprised they didn't score
4-0.
at all. Mm-hmm. That was a little surprising.
Yeah, 3 of the teams in this group are on a -2 or worse goal difference. Ajax have a positive 10 goal difference.
just one goal.
They've conceded 1 goal and they've scored 11, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Especially coming up against Dortmund. We'll see what the second half of that group.
Yeah.
We'll see what tale that tells. But you have Ajax on 9 points, Dortmund's on 6, Sporting on 3 with 2 losses.
Just a
and then
nice, perfect little
Besiktas
9-6-3-0.
Yep, are 0.
Group D. I'll take these next 2 groups because
Yeah.
I feel like
Perfect.
you might want to talk about Group F for some reason.
Don't know.
Group D. This is my favorite story of the Champions League so far.
There's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new sheriff in town
Oh.
for sure. So this little Moldovan team just somehow managed to scrape through the qualifying
First
rounds.
time.
This is their first time.
First time. European
They've-
debutantes.
They've beaten Real Madrid and Shakhtar. I think Inter Milan beat them. Is that right?
They did.
So Sheriff Tiraspol.
Tiraspol. You're almost there.
So close. FC Sheriff Tiraspol. Their badge looks like it was created in Microsoft Paint, and they have beaten
Real Madrid at the
Madrid.
Bernabeu. And they
I know
beat Shakhtar.
Madrid are kind of on rocky times, so to
They're
speak.
top of La Liga and have turned things around, I'll say.
Yeah,
But when
like,
they lost to
yeah.
Sheriff, it was...
Yeah, so point being, Sheriff is just like kind of the Cinderella story this year, especially if they do end up holding it together and getting through to the knockout rounds.
Oh my gosh.
They've never played in Europe before,
Yeah.
much less the Champions League. Mm-hmm. So just to see them make it through and start off with a bang, beating Madrid, and then beating
And Shakhtar.
Shakhtar.
Yeah, which is-
like
the team's not- they have
Shakhtar,
European pedigree.
They're consistently in there.
Yep.
Donetsk.
Donetsk.
I don't
We got
really know
Fred.
much more about that group. I know Madrid.
Yeah.
They've won 2 matches.
Madrid
they're
just
even,
beat Shakhtar, I think, 5-0?
That would be
5-2.
why their
second
goal
place.
difference is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheriff
Wait.
topped the group.
So what? Okay.
Head-to-head. We'll talk about this right now.
That's right. No, yeah. The only reason Sheriff are on top spot over Madrid, even though they have the same points and Madrid have a better goal difference, I think their head-to-head is what counts because Sheriff Tiraspol beat Madrid in the first match, so they've kind of got that little tiebreaker leg up.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, I don't care about them, man. They're annoying, and I hope they stay in 3rd or 4th. I'd love to see Madrid. Honestly, I'm just like, if Liverpool don't win the whole thing, I want Sheriff to win it. Moving on, we've got Group E with there's some bangers in here.
There's
We've got
some stuff
Bayern,
going on.
Benfica, Barcelona, and Dynamo Kiev.
The Russian beam.
Group
B.
It's E. Group E. Bayern topping the group, 9 points, 12 goals for, 0 against, goal difference of 12. Classic Bayern. They're built for this. Lewandowski doing bits. Sane getting a brace today. They just are one of the best teams in Europe, in the world.
Wow.
Honestly, I mean they won the Club World Cup. So they are technically the best team in the world. I mean, honestly, if you look at it from any side, they're one of they're one of the favorites to win it.
I agree.
I
think one of the clear favorites.
Yeah. Benfica, they're another interesting side.
They are. They're
I think-
1-1-1.
I think they benefit. They benefit.
Benefit.
I think they benefit from Barcelona being so poor recently.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why they're in second. But yeah, I mean, you can't.
They lost to Bayern
Can't
today.
argue with the table.
Yeah, I mean, they lost to Bayern today 4-0, but I don't.
Yeah.
That was in. I'm pretty sure all those goals were within like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
18 minutes.
Oh, so before that, they hadn't even
And-
allowed a goal.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They beat Barcelona 3-4 or no? 3-0?
Yeah. Barcelona. I don't know what to say about them. They did beat Dynamo Kiev today
They
by
did,
one
which
goal.
is a huge. Jared Piqué.
Yeah.
That's a huge.
But it wasn't a
huge-
PK.
Tim, hello. We have a caller in from Georgia. Tim,
Did he hang up?
still here?
Tim!
Nah, I'll be back. All right.
Are you pooping?
Am I pooping?
Are you pooping? So yeah, Dynamo Kiev. They are rounding out the bottom of that group.
With 1 point.
Not, I mean that's more than Milan or Besiktas or RB Leipzig have.
Tim just texted me and he goes, "Yes, I'm pooping."
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Nailed it. How? I don't really know how to move forward.
Okay, moving forward. Group F. Man United tops the group
Somehow. You guys were at the bottom of the group.
with 2 wins and 1
I
loss.
think that just means it's a weak group.
And
And it's anybody's game.
so in second place we have Atalanta, who we just beat 3-2 on comeback today. Then we have Villarreal. Shut up. Who have the best goal difference in the group in third place.
with two.
With 2. Then Young Boys are rounding out the bottom with a win against United in their first group stage game.
Yep.
So this group is pretty much
I think their
so
second,
far
their
it's-
second match was pretty tight too.
Young Boys.
Yeah, I think
They lost to Atalanta, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't by much though.
Yeah, and
But-
Villarreal, they lost to Villarreal today by 1 goal.
Yeah. No, they lost by 3 goals. It ended up being 4-1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
there you go.
anyways.
Big win for United today. A lot of talking points,
Ollie's
a lot of
still at the
issues.
wheel.
He's still at the wheel. We went down 2-0 within, I think, 18 minutes, then 20 minutes, I want to say.
Sounds about right.
Which was a disaster. Excuse me. Which was a disaster. It was looking bad at halftime. We had some chances. Fred put one wide, shockingly.
You started
Rashford
to
hit the crossbar,
kind
but
of come into your own, like, in the last, I
Uh-huh.
would say the last,
Last
like,
10-ish
7-8
minutes.
minutes or so,
Sure.
you actually started looking like you knew how to play
yeah, which is
soccer.
which is weird,
Which
right?
is weird.
But second half, we came out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
There was a lot of change to United's presence in the game.
Yeah.
To their attitude towards pressing. There was an intensity and a
There's
what
a
is it?
bit more
The
of
word
a cohesion
than
to you guys.
oh my god.
Oh my
Intensity
God.
and think about it later.
Yeah.
It's much better. Completed the comeback in the 81st.
We played good.
Yeah, we played good. These guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we completed the comeback through Ronaldo's header in the 81st minute and saw it out after that.
Yeah.
Urgency.
Urgency.
That's the one.
That's the word.
From the absolute whistle, the first whistle of the second half,
Yeah.
we had a sense of urgency and it paid off.
Yep.
So we have that group. United are on 6 points in first place. Atalanta are on 4 points, as well as
Bye, Tim.
as well as Villarreal, also on 4 points. Young Boys rounding out the group with 3.
Yeah, it's a tight. It's still
One of the tightest.
anybody's group.
Yep. A lot of games left to play in that group.
Yeah.
Then we have Group G, which is a bit of an oddball group.
Yeah, kind
we
of like
have,
the Champions League rejects.
Yeah, we have
like
Salzburg.
the Misfit toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The toys Andy does not want to play with anymore in Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
We have Salzburg and Sevilla, Lille, and Wolfsburg. RB's.
Dab 2, dude. In honor of Pogba. He doesn't do that anymore, does he?
No, he hasn't dabbed in quite some time.
Oh, dude. I haven't dabbed since last night.
Yep. RB Salzburg, 2-1 with 7 points to top the group. Goal difference of 3.
Yeah.
Sevilla have drawn 3 games. That's bizarre.
We don't want to win, we don't want to lose.
We will draw.
We are also Spanish.
they draw 6.
We're not Italian, but we are Sevilla.
You know, Severini.
I hope they draw 6 games.
I
That'd be
would
cool.
love to see that. I wonder if that's ever been done. Honestly, with the way that Lille and Wolfsburg have been playing,
Yeah.
that might be enough to get them through to the
Yeah, Lille and Wolfsburg have also drawn 2 and lost 1 apiece.
Yeah. They drew
Wait.
each other today, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So I was wrong about
Yeah,
my scoreline earlier.
Oh no, Lille and Sevilla played.
Oh,
Salzburg
today.
and Wolfsburg.
That Salzburg beat Wolfsburg today.
Yeah.
Okay, we're figuring it all out.
Yep.
We'll go Salzburg 7 points, Sevilla 3 points, Lille 2 points.
Salzburg, I think,
Wolfsburg, 2
are
points.
doing really well. I'd
They
like to see
are.
them
They-
go up a little bit more. I would love to see them in the knockout stages.
Yeah, agreed. I think that'd be interesting.
Good Austrian side. Jesse Marsh, he's an American.
That's who I was about to. Yeah,
manager.
yeah.
Always good to see that. Well,
They've
I
had
don't
a
know.
couple of-
Americans have a history of mismanaging some things, but
I'm looking at.
Austrian football teams are not one of them, apparently. What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at their results have been very good, even in their recent.
Das Austrian
Yeah.
Bundesliga.
So their first match day, they tied Sevilla 1-1.
Yeah.
Then they go on to win 2-1, 2-0, 8-0 in the Austrian Cup. 2-0 against Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
2-1 against Lille. 3-1 against LASK. Lask. They tied Altach.
Sure.
1-1. And then they've beaten Wolfsburg in a very good result for them, 3-1.
Yep.
The Wolfsburg that they beat in their league obviously was not the German Bundesliga side of Wolfsburg. It was the Austrian
What?
Wolfsburg.
What is it? Oh, Wolfsburg as opposed to
It's
Wolfsburg.
Berg and Borg. Yeah.
All right. I didn't,
yeah.
didn't even realize there was a.
Me neither.
I know very little about the Austrian
Let me just
Bundesliga.
stop right there. I know very little.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Group H.
H.
We got Juvenile Juventus. Juvenile Entis. That sounds like a disease.
Or a bunch of young Ents.
Juvenile Entis.
Yes. The Ent move.
We've not had
Juvenile
any
Entling.
entlings. Young.
Entlings? Entinals?
What does Treebeard say? Not.
And their Ent wives
Right.
are the women, and the Ents are the men, and then young Ent?
Entlings? I think it's entlings.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put a little clip here.
Are there any children?
Rarum, there have been no endings for a terrible long count of years.
Anyways, Juve, top of the group, 3-0 for the record, goal difference of 5. They
No goals against.
Haven't blown any teams away, but they've got the job done.
Especially in a team in a group with Chelsea.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Chelsea coming up in second with 2 wins and 1 loss. Obviously, that loss was against Juve. They blew Malmo, who sit in 4th, out of the water, 4-0 today. And then we got Zenit St. Petersburg in 3rd place with Dejan Lovren. You know, got to throw some love out for my Croatian best defender in the world.
Your Broatian.
My Broatian. Yeah, I think... I don't think much is going to change in this group.
I don't think so either.
I think it's going to be Juve, Chelsea,
I agree.
Zenit, and Malmo. I think it's going to stay exactly like that.
Malmo are 0-3 and
They're
they've not scored a goal yet.
Swedish? Did we figured that out?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they haven't scored a goal. Their
They've given
goal
up 11.
difference is
Which may be the worst out of any Champions League team.
I think that is. No, it's got to be the worst out of any.
It is.
They're like the other side of the spectrum from Bayern.
Yeah, Shakhtar are the second worst with -7.
Yeah, that's still.
That's so Malmo are the worst team in the Champions League right now.
Yeah, they're. And then they have to play Chelsea again in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I believe that rounds out our results from.
That's the first 3 weeks of the Champions League. Let's throw out some quick predictions. Do you think anybody's gonna jump out of third or fourth and take a spot in the knockout rounds in any of the groups?
Yeah.
Personally, I think I could see. I don't know if Barcelona's gonna get it together to knock out Benfica.
I would like to see them do it.
Me too. I think the spot where this is most likely to happen is in Group F. Because Villarreal, Atalanta, Man United, Young Boys, I think you guys are going to go through.
Everyone's within 3 points of each other. In this
Exactly. And there's 3 matches left to play. There's a lot
to happen.
A lot of permutations, a lot of results that could have a huge effect on a lot of things. I mean, we saw, not to harp on you guys too much, but we saw that last year.
Yeah.
Where you guys just needed to draw against Leipzig.
Yeah.
And then
And we did not.
couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that could happen. I think that's where there's the potential to see the most change from these results.
I'd say so. Yeah. I think also Barcelona. I expect them to get in and qualify. Bayern will qualify.
Yeah.
But Barcelona, especially since they're going to play Dynamo Kiev again.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
That's going to allow
and then
them a
Bayern
6-point
play
bounce.
Benfica again.
Exactly. So
So,
you'll expect Bayern.
If we
to
get
beat,
the same results that we did today, then in like Bayern win, Barca win. If we get that same thing, Barca's up into second.
Yep.
Bayern's running away with the group, and
Yeah.
I think it'll be hard for Benfica and Dynamo Kiev to come out of that.
I mean, it'll come down to Barca and Benfica.
For sure.
That game.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but I could see Sheriff not going through
I could
to the
too.
knockouts.
I think
I
Real
hope
Madrid
they
will
don't.
beat them in their second leg,
They probably will.
given the form that they're in.
Yeah.
However, Sheriff, what? They just played Inter?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So they lost to Inter. I expect Inter to beat them again.
Yeah.
Which will put them.
I don't know, man. I mean, Sheriff.
You
could
never know.
be-
A draw
I
against.
I could see Sheriff dropping. I don't think they'll go down to fourth. I think if anything, they'll go into third.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's really going to depend on that game against Dynamo Kiev again for Sheriff. They
You mean
need
Shakhtar?
Excuse me, Shakhtar.
Yeah.
Sheriff needs to beat Shakhtar in order to have the hope of either qualifying for the next round or going into the Europa League.
Yeah.
Which I think would be fantastic for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a miracle that they even got into the Champions League this year.
Much less
Being
top
in the
three.
Europa League, I think that is probably more their speed.
Sure.
Sure. I think that those are probably the groups that I'm like, that's where the most change is going to come.
I agree.
Yeah. Tight. Who do you have winning it all? Realistically.
At this point, it's hard not to count Bayern Munich as champions. Man City are going to have a good shout, I think. They're just... Yeah, they lost to PSG, but I still think Man City are better than PSG.
I agree. I agree.
So yeah, I have Bayern winning it all. I think not runners up, but second choice is probably Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't think Juve are going to have what it takes to get through the teams like Bayern, like Liverpool, like Atletico Madrid. I don't know. They did beat Chelsea, and so
they did.
They could do it. The old lady's still there.
Yeah, I mean, Chiellini's still got the fire in his belly.
Oh man, does he?
And Bonucci.
Yeah.
It's two old farts.
Who do you have winning it? Realistically.
Realistically, either Bayern or Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think
you guys are strong candidates,
we-
especially if you continue in the form that you're in.
that's the thing. We've started this season so well.
Yep.
I mean, we're still unbeaten.
Sure.
We're not the only unbeaten team in the top leagues of Europe, I don't think.
I think there are several.
There probably are. There's probably like one in La Liga. Oh, no. There's not one in La Liga. There's probably like one in Syria and one in Germany, maybe. No, Bayern have been beaten in Bundesliga. I know they lost against Eintracht Frankfurt maybe about a month ago.
Interesting.
So maybe realistically only.
They did. It was.
Was it
third?
Was it Port? Is
Frankfurt?
I think
Porto.
it's the Portuguese league where there's Porto had been unbeaten until we beat them 5-1. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. No, they're still unbeaten.
They're still unbeaten in the league.
Correct.
Which I think is great that the Portuguese Liga NOS has
Surpassed the Farmers League.
Yeah. League.
The Uber Eats League.
Come on.
Yeah, the Portuguese league is officially number 5 in Europe's top 5 leagues.
Yep. So, which I like
Big
to see
W
that.
there. Yep.
Just because league, more like league.
Ugh.
So yeah, no. Realistically speaking, I think Liverpool have a great chance.
I agree.
I would love to see a Liverpool, Bayern final because I wanted that the other year.
Yeah.
When we ended up what? No, wait. That's when we beat Bayern in the semis. That's right. Because we beat Bayern in the semis, and then I wanted to play Ajax in the final, but Tottenham somehow managed to beat Ajax.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, I'm calling a cab. She's having a smoke and he's taking a drag. I'm calling Liverpool Bayern. I think one of those two teams are the best to win it.
Yeah.
I know Pep is going to pep it up, and City are just going to fail at somewhere along the way.
I think so too.
PSG are still figuring out what to do with 3 of the best players in the world. They're still trying to figure that out. Poch, I don't know if he has the cojones to make those hard decisions.
Yeah,
and
we'll see.
I don't know. It's still early on in the campaign. That's one of the things that makes these predictions so fun because you don't actually know anything. You're just saying stuff. Just saying things and watching the games.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Speaking of things and stuff, let's transition to the Premier League. We have one very specific game to talk about coming up this Sunday.
Well, stay tuned for that. Keep them on a cliffhanger. You know what I'm talking about? You know, keep that audience retention of our 16 subscribers up.
That means you, Tim.
Tim, watch the rest of this, please. Please. Let me... let's I guess we'll go over the results of this past weekend.
Quick recap.
Quick cap.
Match day 8 of 38. We have Liverpool spanked Watford nice and hard, 5-0.
Spanked them real good.
Firmino hat-trick?
Yes, it was a Firmino hat trick. Yeah, no, all 3 of our famed front 3 scored.
Yep.
Started off with Mane. Firmino looked like a striker, which is, I know he's our striker, but that is kind of.
It's unlike him.
Yeah, that's a rare occasion where he actually looks like a striker. I think that was his 2nd ever hat trick for us, maybe 3rd. But anyways, right. He was in the right spots, pulling defense all over the place, popping up and getting some. You might call them tap-ins, but he was in the right place at the right time.
Sure, they're goals.
And Mo Salah had just like...
Oh, yeah, he had another solo thing.
It was basically like a repeat of Man City.
City's goal.
Yeah. Like, he just took like 3 or 4 defenders out of the game and then just slotted home. It was like, if you played them side by side, the 2 goals, it's incredible how similar they look.
Interesting.
And Salah scored again yesterday. He's
yeah.
the form of his life right now. He blew everybody out of the water the first season he came into Liverpool. 44 goals in all comps, set a billion records, most goals in a Premier League season. Yada 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 yada. He's better than that now. He's playing better.
He is playing better than that now. I agree.
There's only one team he hasn't scored against all season. That was Burnley.
That you guys have played.
That we have played. Yes. So far. He's scored 9 matches in a row, which is he's the first Liverpool player to do that ever across our entire 100, almost 30-year history.
Yeah. Impressive.
It's impressive stuff, and he's added assists. He's added defending work to his game. He's in the form of his life, and I fucking love it.
I don't.
Freaking love it. And ask me why I think that is.
I won't.
Can you please further?
Why do you think that is?
Well, this is the first time since the first season that he played for us. This is the first time he's actually had a rest.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't let him go to the Olympics for Egypt.
Smart.
He had a full month and a half off after we finished the season last season. He came in, played the entire preseason, and it's weird. You actually give footballers a rest.
It's
and
so weird.
It's I know you can relate. You actually give players a rest and let them recharge and recuperate and get fired up again. And
they come out and
all of a
kill it.
sudden, I think it's hard to argue against Salah being the best forward in the world right now.
I agree.
And his stats back it up, and he's playing out of his mind.
Scored in 9 games in a row, man. That's
9
impressive.
in a row. I think with 5 or 6 assists in all comps.
Not too shabby. He's got 11 goals?
Yeah. Well, he's got 11 goals in his last 9 matches.
Right, okay.
Across all comps. I think he's on 6 or 7 total. I think he's on 6.
In the Premier League?
Prem. So he's in the front for the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
I know that's something he really wants to get again.
Oh, I'm
is
sure.
The Golden Boot. There's just the way he's been interacting on social media and everything. He's just I'm here to play my absolute little Egyptian heart out for Liverpool. The fans mean everything. It's just everything you want to hear from your star man.
Yeah.
And he's delivering.
Yeah, he is.
And it's fantastic to see, and I'm really excited to see what happens Sunday.
Me too, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Southampton 1, Leeds United 0. That was a game that I thought, and I think I predicted that Leeds would win.
Yeah.
which they did not.
They left it pretty late, didn't they?
Yeah, it was late. 53rd minute,
Oh,
so
okay.
not too bad.
I was thinking of something else. Oh, wait. Southampton beat Leeds 1-0.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wolves are the... We'll get that in a second. Next, Norwich and Brighton 0-0. Norwich's first point in the Premier League?
Second point. They had
Second
another...
point.
That's their second 0-0 draw.
Look at them go.
I really... There's nothing else to say about it.
That's it.
Wolves Villa 3-2.
This game was crazy. This was a
fantastic
3-goal comeback from Wolves.
Thriller.
Yeah. Wolves were down 2-0, I believe, in the first half.
No. It was 0-0 at halftime.
It was.
So then there were 5 goals.
By the
scored in the
68th
second half.
minute, Villa 2, Wolves 0. The 80th through the 95th minute, Wolves scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
Ruben Neves scored a free kick off a deflection,
bonkers.
but off a free kick in the 95th minute.
Yeah,
Which is, you will like to see Wolves doing that, man.
Yeah,
You like to see them scoring 3
they
goals.
have it in them.
Yep.
I knew they had it in them, and apparently they do. They just had to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Wolves to win that game.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm glad Danny Ings got on the score sheet because he's on my fantasy team, and also Liverpool lad.
Yeah.
Former Liverpool lad. He's not from Liverpool.
No, he's not.
Anyways, yeah, it's good to see.
Yep.
My second favorite result of the weekend. We got Leicester City 4, Man United 2.
Yeah, we got our butts kicked in a little bit there. The scoreline, it should have been 3-2.
I think it
stoppage time
flattered
goal.
Leicester.
I do too. However, we were awful. I will pretty much leave it
I mean,
at
you
that.
guys went up 1-0, and I thought it was going to be...
I thought we were going to do well.
I thought you guys were controlling it pretty well first
but
half, and then...
It just fell apart, man.
Yeah.
It just absolutely fell apart. After we equalized 2-2, you see Rashford come on
Yeah.
for the first time in months,
Yeah.
score a fantastic goal, and then off the kickoff, pretty much, Leicester scored.
Vardy did Vardy things, and Patson Daka came up with a 91st
Stoppage
minute
time.
winner.
Yeah. So that's about it.
That's like the opposite of what Leicester City normally do.
It is, literally. Next
That's
we have...
the thing with Leicester, though. They're so hard to
They're
pin down.
inconsistent,
They're inconsistent with how bad they are. They're inconsistent with how good they are. So, anyways, next match.
We have City 2, Burnley 0. No surprises there.
No, but that's better than the 5-0 they usually beat Burnley by.
It is. Much better.
So, well, we said better. It's a worse result for City.
Well,
But it's better for us.
better for us. Yeah. Better for Burnley, too.
Yeah.
So better for everyone.
Brentford, Chelsea.
This game was crazy, man.
It.
Came down to the wire.
I cannot believe that Brentford didn't at least equalize in the last 20 minutes.
Ben Chilwell scored in the 45th minute.
Yep.
And then apparently it was just
The last
Mendy show,
the last
man.
20 minutes, I think. So overall, Brentford had 17 shots, 7 on target. I'm pretty sure 12 of those came in the last 17 minutes or something like that.
It was
nuts. Just an absolute onslaught. I think Ben Chilwell after the match was like, that was like walking through hell.
Yeah.
So
it looked
just
like
an
it, man.
absolute onslaught.
Brentford were absolutely knocking on the door.
They wanted
badly.
And-
And the only reason they didn't get it is because of
Edouard Mendy.
Who apparently just played his little blue socks off.
Little blue sock. Well, I think he was wearing. Was he wearing green?
I don't care.
He was wearing orange. He played his little
orange socks off. May they rot.
Yeah, I was upset just because we
I
were
like
on.
Brentford,
we
man.
were top of the league. I love Brentford.
Yeah.
And Chelsea. I feel like
They're gonna crumble at some point.
This is a hot take. This is a hot take, but I feel like they're kind of punching above their weight.
I think so too.
It's weird to say that because they're top of the table and they have superstars all over the
I think
pitch.
they're gonna stay there. I think Jorginho's overrated.
I
First
completely agree.
I think their defense is not as good as it's been. I think they're gonna start shipping more goals and more goals. Then they're gonna lose a couple of games that are very important to them.
They'll still make top 4.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I agree, but they're going to start to lose a couple of games. They're going to drop down into the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place. And it's going to be, that's where they'll stay, in that range. I don't see them winning it.
Yeah, I feel like they're the opposite of Brighton last year. Like, Brighton should have, based on XG, should have had so many more points than they did.
Yeah.
I feel like Chelsea are kind of in the opposite, where they're like,
they're punching above their weight.
Somehow, yeah, and that's weird to say that. It's not like they're a small club. Like Brentford are punching above their weight.
Yes.
For sure. I feel like Chelsea are also in a different way, though. You know?
It seems like a fluke that they won the Champions League last year.
Yeah.
It seems like a fluke that they're at the top of the table.
Yeah. It doesn't feel convincing.
It does not.
Like,
No.
Like, Liverpool have been convincing of late.
Yeah, agreed. Bayern have been convincing.
Bayern have been convincing.
Chelsea just haven't convinced your boy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of Chelsea, I'm going to tie this back to Mo Salah. He's now equal with Didier Drogba.
For the African...
highest scoring African in the Premier League.
That's good, man.
And I think Mane is like 2 goals behind him. 2 or 3 goals behind him. And also, last little factoid about Liverpool, I'm sorry, but there was a lot of records and cool things happening with Liverpool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mane became he's only the 3rd African to ever reach 100 goals in the Prem, behind Salah and Drogba. And he's only the 3rd ever player in the Premier League history to reach 100 goals without any of them being penalties.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Like,
that is pretty cool.
He went through a rough go of it last
Oh,
year.
yeah.
And he didn't start the season off well, but he's starting to come good. I still think he's getting back to form, but that's the thing, is he's getting back to form, and it's good to see him starting to fire and click again.
Yeah.
Him and Salah are assisting each other.
That's
It's
what you
exciting.
want if you're a Liverpool fan.
Anyways, moving on. Enough about that.
Yeah.
Everton, West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham beat Everton 1-0. I don't...
It was Ogbonna in the 74th.
Yeah, it was a header. Good goal.
Yeah.
However, I'm pretty sure that's
kind
it
of
for
what
that
I
game.
expected.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't really have anything
I
else to
wanted
say about
Everton
that, to be
win.
honest.
I feel like Rafa is still trying to get Everton to play the way that he wants them to play, and I feel like it was a good deserved win for West Ham.
I
You know,
agree.
they're showing, like last week they had some issues because they did like Europa League stuff.
But they're showing some
They're
grit.
showing some signs of resiliency, and
Yeah.
you know,
Good for them. Then they're reaping
we'll
the
see.
rewards.
We'll see how long that continues.
Another pretty thrilling match, Tottenham-Newcastle. That was at St. Mary's, which is not Newcastle Stadium.
No, that's Southampton Stadium. St. James's.
St. James's Park.
Actually, sportsdirect.com at St. James's Park.
Okay. St. James Park.
Which is
Newcastle
I
got-
hope that changes with the new owners and whatnot. This is the first match with new owners in charge.
Yeah, first match. They were in attendance, I think. Or some of them were.
Probably.
Yeah.
And it got off to a swimming start. Callum
did.
Wilson with a goal in the second.
minute. But then Harry Kane got his first goal and first assist of the season in the Premier League for Tottenham. It's good
Eric
to see for
Dyer
them.
with an own goal. I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
yeah, he
That's
did.
funny.
But where it all went south for Newcastle is obviously when they got their red card.
Well, I mean, they were already. Oh,
No,
I
it
see.
was.
I see.
I think it was Deuces. I think.
Wait, hang on. I'm just.
No.
trying to look-
John Joe Shelby got sent off in the 83rd minute.
Okay, so
So-
Eric Dyer had John Joe.
It was
so
2-2.
they actually improved
was
after
2-2.
they got the red card.
It was 2-2 when. No, it was 2-2 after the.
No.
No, it wasn't. It was 3-2.
It was 3. It was 3-1, and then
That's
Shelby
right.
got
3-1.
sent off, and then Dyer scored an own goal.
In the 89th minute.
So
Correct.
I think the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story there, because it seemed. I didn't see much of this match. It seemed like Tottenham were the deserving winners.
Yeah, from what I saw, anyhow.
And
I
it was
think so.
Stevie Brucey Boy's last match in charge.
Old
As
Stevie B.
expected, he was going to get the sack anyways.
He always was, man.
He was going to, regardless of whether or not they got new owners. But they got new owners, and we'll talk about Newcastle more throughout the season. But it's Tottenham got the win, and I think that put them up into fifth.
It did. They are currently in 5th place, above United by 1 point.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else about the match? I don't think so.
No.
Oh,
And then we have the thrilling,
Arsenal
the
Palace.
return of the great
Dude,
Patrick Vieira.
Dude,
This was a good game.
yeah, it was. Patrick, I don't feel bad
It
for
was-
Patrick Vieira,
I don't want to.
but
I don't want to say it was stolen from Palace in the last minute.
it kind of.
It was, man. Aubameyang scored in the 95th minute.
No, it was Lacazette. Aubameyang scored their first. Yeah.
Lacazette scored in the 95th minute. To be fair, he came on and was an absolutely inspired sub
Yeah.
for Arsenal. He was hyping the crowd up. He was making a lot of runs. He was putting in work defensively.
I think if that goal or if that match was at Selhurst Park instead of the Emirates, I think
it ends.
Palace would have won.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
But they got the crowd behind them, and I guess credit to them. But like, man, I wanted Palace to win that so bad.
An interesting stat. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
17 shots to Arsenal to Palace's 9. Same amount of shots on target, 6 apiece.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were spraying and praying.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Huh.
But they got the points where it counted.
And now
with the
they're-
draw, and now they're in 12th, which is a very big improvement on the
Oh
bottom. of the
no,
table.
that's right, because they were tied with Palace. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
They were tied.
See, that's the thing. That tells you how far Arsenal have fallen is because a draw feels like a win.
They got in the 95th minute, so that's,
Yeah.
But that is a very, very good testament to how far Arsenal have come down, or how far they've fallen.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen. Because at home, at the Emirates Stadium, they are, to Palace, they're celebrating an equalizer in the last minute. Granted, it's an equalizer in the last minute. It's a point. It's important.
Against a London club.
Against a London club, so it's somewhat of a derby.
Yeah.
But if you're an Arsenal player or Mikel Arteta, you have to demand
be happy
more.
a quarter of the way through the campaign and you're in
12th place.
12th. In 12th place.
There you go.
No, you're behind Leicester, Wolves, Brentford, Everton, West Ham, and Brighton outside of the other top big 6 teams.
Yep.
Like, that's not good enough. So let's before we get into predictions for next week, looking ahead to next week, let's talk about our Mike Dean moment of the week, our Dean Watch.
Mike Beef.
Dean Watch.
Mike Beef.
Apparently, the old beef master has cooked up a batch of raw beef. He made a mistake, apparently. So.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Yeah,
so
there should have been a
he
red
did
card.
not send off MacArthur for a obvious red card challenge on Bukayo Saka, who, incidentally, afterwards had to go off injured.
Yep.
There's a former Premier League ref by the name of
Somebody.
Dermot Gallagher.
Oh yeah, no, I remember him.
He said that Mike Dean got the decision wrong.
Yeah.
I believe that the red card should have been brandish.
Like, why doesn't VAR step in at that point? If it's a straight red, if it's a clear red, that's one of the things that they can review.
Yeah, apparently they.
To my understanding, at least.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, man. That's pretty much what VAR is there for.
Yeah.
Clear and obvious mistake should have been off, but
yeah.
However, so there you go. There's our Dean Watch.
And
there's our
because I
beef moment
remember
of the week.
with Griezmann getting the high boot on Firmino. I remember
Accidental.
for sure. I remember one of the commentators was like, I think they mentioned that actually, was like Mike Dean, or maybe it was in Twitter. I don't remember. People were making the point like, if Griezmann is a red card, MacArthur absolutely should have been sent off.
Yep.
For his
Challenge, whether or not regardless of whether or not it's accidental.
Yeah.
It's the letter of the law, man.
It sounded like it was a little bit more aggressive even than what Griezmann's was.
I think so.
So, Mike Dean, you've done it again.
Beautiful bald Dean.
Beef.
Beautiful
he's not
bald
really a
beef
beefy boy.
No, but he's a beef boy.
He is a beef
So
boy.
anyway, if you're a Crystal Palace fan this week, you have a reason for beef with
if you're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Same thing.
If you're an Arsenal fan, you have reason to have beef.
Bottom
with,
half of the table. So that's our Mike Dean moment of the week. Apparently he just wasn't
didn't do his job
for the
well.
one time that he's not card happy. Mike Dean, what are you doing?
Oh,
I just want to know, Mike Dean, what are you doing?
well, reffing Premier League football.
Well, I think that's being a bit generous.
He's doing something. So that wraps up match week 8. Let us know if you have any comments about those particular games. If you enjoy Mike Dean's
How
antics
much beef
as much,
do you have with Mike Dean?
Let's talk about it, Arsenal fans.
Is it a pound? Is it 2
pounds?
Is it
cooked or uncooked?
3 pounds? Is it 4 pounds of
Is
beef?
it a lean beef or
Is
a fatty
it
beef?
is it like a 80-20 or is it like
Yeah.
maybe it's a 97-3 or even like a 75-25?
I don't know.
Is it ground beef or is it just beef?
Yeah. Ooh. Is it a whole cow?
Moo. Let's move
Match day.
to match
Day 9.
All right.
We start off with Aston Villa at Arsenal. Predictions for this game, Luke?
Villa at Arsenal.
Yep. At the Emirates.
Friday at 3.
I'm thinking.
I think Villa's got it.
I'm thinking a draw here.
As I was saying Villa's got it, I was like, I see another draw.
Yeah, I think a draw. I don't know what the score is.
I think that would be a fair result for both sides.
Yeah.
It seems like the best Arsenal can do right now is like get a random 1-0 win or like scrap out a draw against teams that they should be beating. And Villa,
Spurs.
they're still like a solid looking team.
They are. Yeah.
I think
Villainous.
I could see this being a draw. I hope Villa win. I think Villa and Arsenal are going to draw though.
Yep, I agree. Chelsea Norwich, our
Chelsea.
first 7:30 game on Saturday. Chelsea will take that
Chelsea are going to take
probably
that.
pretty easily. I would
Yeah.
imagine they'd score 2 or 3.
Like I keep it's getting to the point of the season where I'm like, Norwich have got to win one.
It's not going to be this one.
I don't think it's going to be this one.
Nope.
I
hope it is. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
all I got to say about
Crystal Palace and Newcastle.
Palace.
This game.
Palace are going to win it. Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle don't have a manager. They're not going to have one by the.
No.
They're going to have maybe.
They'll have
I
an
mean, I
interim.
guess they'll have an interim.
Yeah,
for
well,
the week.
probably the assistant coach will take
Yeah,
over. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think.
Not Steve Bruce.
Yeah, Steve Bruce won't be in the dugout. I mean, hey, maybe that'll inspire Newcastle to do something, but I don't see with the way the Palace have been playing. Even if the results haven't always gone their way, I think Palace have got this.
I think so too.
I think probably by
2-0.
one or two.
Yeah. Cool. Leeds and Wolves. This, on paper, should be a very good match. I think Leeds need to turn a corner. I think the pressure's on them to perform and win this game.
Mike Dean will be the 4th official for Leeds and Wolves.
Wolves are handedly ahead of Leeds by 7 places in the table. Leeds need to win this.
It's at Ellen Road too, right?
I think so.
At Leeds.
Yes, it
At
is.
Leeds.
It's at Ellen Road.
Yeah, I think Leeds might just have it.
I think they might, man. Yeah. I'm gonna predict a Leeds win here. Yeah. Kind of tough, but
It is, especially because like Wolves are sort of in the Ascendancy. Wait, that's. Anyways, Wolves are starting to find their boots. So like maybe I could easily see Wolves winning this.
Yeah,
I think
do
Leeds
too.
need to though, and I think that's a tough one to call.
It is a very tough
That's
one
a
to call.
tough one
I'm
to
going to
call.
say that I am going to predict that Wolves win it.
Yeah.
I would like Leeds to win it, and I think it's more important for them. Obviously.
Leeds haven't shown me enough this season. They haven't shown me enough to convince
They
me
really
that
haven't,
they're
man.
going to beat Wolves.
No.
Not with the way that Wolves have started playing in the past like month or so.
Agreed.
So no, I'll go with the Wolves win on that.
Okay.
So I'm looking at that.
Oh, no worries. Everton and Watford are up next. Everton, Watford. I think Everton are going to win this.
Everton have got that.
God.
You're right.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think Everton have gotten this.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be an issue.
Watford
for
are
them.
going to get hit hard
Yeah.
with the Merseyside 1-2 punch. They did absolutely nothing against us.
They did not
And
look good.
Everton have good players. They've got a class manager.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay.
They're Watford are still trying to.
They're just trying to like
Claudio
desperately
Ranieri
hold on, man.
has so much work to do
Poor
at
guy.
Watford.
Yeah.
I feel for him, but yeah, Everton by 2 goals.
Yep.
That's what I would say.
Next up, we have Southampton and Burnley. Southampton and Burnley. I'd love to see Southampton take this.
I could see Southampton taking it actually.
I am gonna contradict you, and I think Burnley are gonna win this game.
You think a knockdown, drag out, scrappy win? Yeah.
Yep. And I think 1-0 or 2-1, something like that.
Well, I mean, Southampton got the win this past weekend.
They did,
Not to say that means anything,
No.
obviously, because that's this past weekend.
but I think that Burnley are. This just seems the type of game that will suit Burnley.
yeah, because
However, it is at
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
There you go.
There,
There's
did it.
St. Mary's.
I did it.
You
Newcastle
did it.
plays at St. Mary's.
Oh, Mike Dean isn't refereeing a single match this weekend. He's got the fourth official going on.
End the episode here then.
God.
Brighton and
Why
Man
do we
City.
even do this show?
Brighton and Man City. Didn't they play last?
No, that was
Seems
Burnley.
like they. Yeah, another B team that's gonna lose. To
I
City.
think Brighton are gonna win it.
Cool. I would like them to.
It's at the MX.
Yeah, it
Whatever
is.
that means. They're in fourth. Brighton are in fourth. They've been playing well.
They have.
City.
They could overtake City with this.
I don't know. I think Pep did a fair amount of rotation
For the Champions League.
For the Champions League, or at least he made some subs.
He did.
You know, a little bit of. I was gonna make like a sub sandwich joke.
Made a couple.
I'm not gonna
substitutions.
stoop to that level.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If I was a betting man. Sorry, I had a haircut earlier, so I have like some little hair bits falling onto my phone screen.
Bits and bobs.
If I was a betting man, I would say Man City, but because I'm not, I'm gonna go Brighton. My heart says Brighton. I want Man City to fall down a pit of despair. Nice, dude. Nice. I think City's got it.
Yeah, I think so too. I would love for Brighton to win.
I'm holding out hope. Do not trust a hope, but is forsaken these lands.
Yes, nice. West Ham and Tottenham. Battle of the Hams. This actually should probably be a pretty good game.
I was like, actually, yeah.
It might be a pretty good game.
Westing Hamilton and
It's
Tottenham
at
Hamilton.
the Bubbly Stadium.
It is at the Bubbly Stadium.
The London Stadium? Is that where they play?
I think so. I think it's just called the London Stadium.
London Stadium.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I
think
call
West
it a
Ham are
draw.
gonna. I think West Ham are gonna win this by a goal, or a draw could be feasible. But I think I'm gonna say West Ham.
No.
That's Mikel Antonio's
I don't know, man.
back, and he's gonna do things to Spurs that they don't like.
Spurs are another. They're like Leicester, man. They haven't shown me.
You never know.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know what to expect from Spurs this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see West Ham. Brentford, Leicester.
Brentford. This is going to be where Leicester's inconsistency comes out.
Yep, because they won this past weekend.
Yeah,
they're
Brentford,
gonna lose this weekend.
I think, are going to take this one.
Brentford, it's
especially
at
since it's at
Brentford Community Stadium.
Brentford Community Stadium.
Yeah, I think Brentford have got it by like 2 goals. Honestly, I'm
I'd
gonna
like
go
to
out
see it.
there and
Yeah.
say 2 goals.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then
Match of
the game that is going to ruin our Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm already not
It's
okay.
Man United Liverpool. If you haven't guessed already.
I'm already not okay about this game.
First Northwest derby of the season.
It's always
We've got
Teams are
Anthony Taylor.
always
Little
in
baldy
contrasting
boy.
form when we play each other.
Yeah, we're never.
It's never like two teams that are top of the table and head to head going at it. It's always you have
somebody underperforming and somebody doing well.
But it's never. It doesn't matter, man.
No, form
It's
goes
the
out the
Northwest Derby. It's
goes
the
out the
biggest
window for
game
every
in club
derby, but
football.
especially the Northwest.
Yeah, it's the biggest game in club football. It's gonna be wild. There's a lot of pressure on United from a managerial standpoint. There's a lot of pressure on Liverpool to keep their record intact.
I think more pressure's on y'all.
I think more pressure's on you guys.
We all have to keep
we have to
pace
perform and
with the
keep
pack.
pace. But if you guys lose, you'll be falling behind Chelsea. So, regardless, it's going to be a good
There's pressure
game.
on both sides.
There
for sure.
are.
I think
There
there's
is.
more pressure on you.
I think there is more pressure on United.
You guys scrapped a win against the 6th placed Serie A side today.
Yeah, that's true.
Just by the miracle of Ronaldo's head.
By the miracle, if we scored more goals than they did. So,
Yeah.
talk about it how
But-
you will. Slanderous comments aside, it's going to be a good game.
It's
It
gonna
always
be a good
is. Regardless, man.
I will not be sober.
I will not be okay. I will not be sober.
Yep.
I will not enjoy myself.
No.
Regardless.
No, I will hate it.
I already hate it.
I
It's always so bad.
we beat you guys last time out at Old Trafford.
You did.
Yeah.
We beat you guys in the FA Cup?
I don't know.
I think it was the FA Cup right after that, I think.
No.
Or beforehand.
But
yeah, you guys came out last time at Old Trafford.
On paper, we should beat you guys.
Yeah.
We're in better
think
form.
so.
Obviously, I'm biased. I think we have better players in like man-to-man, position-to-position.
Yeah.
Especially because Varane is out.
True.
Your midfield doesn't look convincing.
It does not.
To be fair, I don't really know how our midfield is going to line up. I know pretty much
Yeah.
how our
Fabinho
back
will play.
five. I think Fabinho absolutely should be
He will
starting
play.
this game. I think Firmino absolutely should be starting this
I
game.
agree. Yeah.
I don't know who else plays in midfield for us. Obviously, bless you. You mank bastard.
Thank you.
I think midfield maybe Fabinho. Well, definitely Fabinho and Hendo. The third midfield spot.
Yeah, jury's still out on who's best there for you.
I don't know. Like, Milner can do a job, but I think we need a little bit more. Because honestly, this would be a game I would love to have Shaq for.
Yeah.
Not only does he have history against you guys,
Mm-hmm.
but that would be, maybe, I don't know, this might be weird, but maybe Mina should play, have double pivot. Or actually, no.
Box.
Here's what it is. I think we should have a front four of Mane, Firmino, Salah, Jota, do a double pivot of Fabinho and Henderson. That would be something a little bit unexpected. That'd be a little bit different.
It would.
It'd have industry and creativity in the midfield.
Yeah.
It'd have goal scoring across 4 positions up top. There's enough coverage between Fabinho and Henderson to cover for our fullbacks going forward. I don't know.
It's true. It's going to be interesting.
Maybe we could see that. I could also... I don't think Keita's the answer for this. Because I feel like, especially if you guys do end up doing McFred,
Probably will.
or throwing Pogba in there or whatever. I think that's going to be. I think Keita's going to be too easily either bypassed or manhandled.
Yeah. I agree.
Just based on where he is, we were talking about this earlier. How his because he's had such a stop-start past 2 or 3 seasons, his muscles aren't at peak fit. He's 100% fit, but he's not at peak fitness.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit too much to ask of him. I wish there's a shout for Curtis Jones to be fit for this. I think if he is fit, I want him starting in midfield alongside Fabinho and Henderson.
Yeah.
Because he's a scouser, he's crafty, and he's willing to put in the hard yards.
He is.
He's willing to press. He's creative and thinks like he offers something else in our midfield than our regular.
Than your regular usual suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of pressure on Ole. There's a lot of pressure on the squad.
Yeah.
However, it's also a really great game for United to get it right.
Yeah.
This is a huge potential turning point. We could
could
end your guys.
Especially because you have a hell of a streak of games coming up.
Yes, we do. This could be a huge, huge, huge turning point for United. Yeah. Or it could be, a foot in the grave.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm not excited for it.
Who do you
I
think's
don't want it
gonna
to happen. I think United are going to come out, and I think we're going to win it.
I think Liverpool are going to win it.
Yeah, shocker.
So. Big surprise!
Wow!
Tune in next
Blew
time
you away
for
with
your
this week's
really
predictions.
controversial opinions.
Anyway, that's
going to be a good match, man.
for this week.
It's going to be a
the rest of my
hellish
mental
match.
energy is going to be reserved for Sunday.
Yep.
Maybe we'll pepper in a little bit of footage for you guys on Sunday. Who knows?
Maybe.
It won't be good, and you're gonna lose a lot of respect for us. That
If you
implies that
had
you
any-
had respect for us initially. So,
Cool. I think maybe we should call it
That's
there.
it. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what your favorite derby is.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that would kind of probably depend on who you support.
yeah, absolutely.
I think what's your favorite derby name? Because obviously there's a Northwest derby. I think I know which one.
well,
El
it's
Trafico?
Well, yeah.
El Trafico.
El Trafico.
That's such a good
Yeah, it is.
title.
Well, there's also El Cachico now.
Right.
Between,
with
well, there's going to be
PSG
City and PSG.
City.
Or City and PSG, but also now City and Newcastle.
Yeah.
We're going to have another oil derby.
Yeah.
Clever naming coming
Yeah.
for that.
Hi, Odin.
Hello,
He's
Odin.
like, please
Our
stop.
sponsor has visited
It is time
us.
for me to eat.
Oh, it is. Well, that's all the time we have
Yeah.
because it is bang on the dot Odin's dinner time.
Odin's
So we'll catch you guys
dinner
later.
time.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch you next week where we will both probably be very angry.